Good afternoon, students, families, friends, faculty, trustees, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 62nd annual Ranney Upper School graduation ceremony. It is now my pleasure to introduce Student Council President O'Hara Kane Asatli, who will be leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the singing of our national anthem by the Upper School Chorus. We ask that you please remain standing throughout.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Good afternoon again. It is my great privilege to welcome you all to Ranney's 62nd annual commencement ceremony. Thank you, O'Hara, for leading one last recitation of the pledge, and thank you, Mr. Weekland and students of the combined ensemble for starting us out so inspiringly. Now, I want to start us out by telling you about one of my high school teachers. In the face of challenges, this teacher reminded us we get to do this. He said it regardless of whether this was something we actually wanted to be doing. And when this teacher noticed that a student was struggling with anxiety, he congratulated them. It shows that you care, he told them, and caring, emotional investment, is exactly what's called for. We just have to harness it. Zooming out, I think he was saying that life takes meaning from how we engage with it. That the struggles and how we meet them, they're often the point. Now we are living in this incredible technological revolution that reduces struggle, that makes almost anything quicker, more efficient, easier. Technology also makes it alarmingly easy just to go through the motions, to make it look like we're doing the work while remaining totally disengaged. Graduates, my advice to you is that your life is much too precious to be spent going through the motions. College, in particular, will afford most of you far more freedom over how you spend your time. Fewer courses each term, meeting less often each week, and with considerably more homework. As a result, college was the time in my life when I had the most freedom to read every page of the assignment, scrap an entire essay draft to start it over and get it right, and still have ample time to spend on fun and with friends. Whether it's literature or lab research, language study or logic, I urge you to seize the extraordinary opportunity that college offers you to lose yourself in curiosity. I want to close with a poem Dr. Martone shared with me by the poet Joseph Fasano. It's called For a Student Who Used AI to Write a Paper. Now I let it fall back in the grasses. I hear you. I know this life is hard now. I know your days are precious on this earth, but what are you trying to be free of? The living? The miraculous task of it? Love is for the ones who love the work. So class of 2026, congratulations on your extraordinary accomplishments. We are so proud of you. Now you get to take on new and exciting challenges. I hope they are miraculous. Now please welcome Dr. Mark DiGiovanni, Dean of Student Life, for our salutatorian's introduction.
It is my great honor to introduce this year's salutatorian, though I suspect anyone who knows her would tell you that listing her academic accomplishments only tells part of the story. Of course, the accomplishments themselves are remarkable. She has challenged herself with one of the most demanding academic programs available at Ranney, excelling across every discipline while pursuing learning as a genuine act of curiosity. For example, she used the opportunity afforded to her by the capstone process not only to participate in a sports medicine internship last summer, but also to spend the next 10 months further researching those clinical procedures, engaging with physicians, and studying the risks of early sports specialization and the long-term impact of overuse injuries. This project is just one recent example of her genuine desire to learn and her academic maturity. She is clearly enthralled by the math and science courses, and she chose to continue exploring those passions through her leadership of the Girls in STEM Club, through her organization of the environmental impact projects across Monmouth County, and through the Terrapin Nesting Project, where, among other tasks, she helped protect turtles during nesting season. Of course, these initiatives are only a fraction of the ways in which she is engaged with life outside of her academic classes. She is a peer mentor to our 9th grade students, a tutor, an admissions ambassador, and student council secretary. In addition to her leadership in Ranney's chapter of Key Club, she's also the statewide lieutenant governor for New Jersey's Key Club, where she oversees service initiatives involving hundreds of students across several schools. Just this year, on campus, she was instrumental in helping our community welcome Maud Dom, a Dutch Holocaust survivor, to speak to the assembled student body. Her work touches the entire community. This year's salutatorian is clearly an accomplished student, and yet what stands out most is not simply how much she does, but how she does it. She leads with warmth, humor, humility, and authenticity. She represents the very best of what we hope a Ranney graduate becomes: intellectually curious, deeply compassionate, and committed to improving every community she enters. Please join me in welcoming this year's salutatorian, Mia Grossman.
Good afternoon, and thank you all for joining us and celebrating the entire class of 2026 on this momentous achievement. I'm extremely honored to be standing here before you today, representing a class that has challenged and inspired me in so many ways. In preparation for this speech, when I reflected on my high school years, I honestly didn't remember much from my freshman and sophomore years besides my obsession with academics. To me, the most important thing, if not the only thing that mattered, was to do everything in my power to achieve the highest grades I could while balancing a multitude of extracurricular activities. I, like many of you sitting here today, believe that this achievement and success would bring me fulfillment. Being surrounded by the highest standards and college-focused atmosphere at Ranney, I placed emphasis solely on my individual success, believing that by focusing on my own personal goals, I'd find satisfaction. But it occurs to me that we're so privileged to grow up in an environment where academic success is normalized, which often makes us take the power of the community around us for granted. So, what truly defines fulfillment in an environment where achievement is expected? What I've realized is that we are more than our academic achievements. We shape and are shaped by the connections we make with the people around us. And it wasn't until my junior year that I recognized the tension between that desire for individual success and the opportunity to be part of a larger community. My perspective changed when I realized that many of my most meaningful achievements were not rooted in my personal academic accolades. Instead, they were filled with moments where I made fruitful connections with others in my community. I began to notice how much joy I felt after helping a peer finally master a concept in calculus, or the pride I felt when a field hockey teammate felt comfortable enough around me to open up about something that was bothering them. And through these moments, I began to see that I wasn't just a student who happened to attend Ranney. I felt genuinely connected to the people around me. I was no longer focused solely on personal achievement, but on contributing to the success of others. And as I shifted my thinking, I also realized that I could lean into a support system that had been there all along, finding strength in the people around me. I began to look at even the smallest moments differently, like the quiet minutes before an AP exam. Instead of feeling alone in my stress, I could look around the room and see everyone experiencing the same emotions I was. Even in moments that felt so individually focused, there was always an unspoken sense of support. Sometimes it was as simple as exchanging a nervous smile with a friend from across the test room. And I've found similar support from the relationships I've built with my teachers. I've been inspired by Dr. Spencer, who has pushed me to gain confidence as a woman in STEM. By Mr. Kelly, I've been encouraged to dive deep into my passion for learning, and I've had genuine conversations with Ms. Gooderow, ones that have shaped me into the person I am today. All of us have had that experience, the person in this community who made us change how we understood or experienced the world. Our community couldn't flourish without those teachers nourishing it by challenging us to grow. And I've come to understand that true fulfillment is a delicate balance, a symbiotic relationship between pursuing that individual excellence and contributing to our community. This bond flourishes when we not only shape our environment through our actions, but also allow ourselves to be transformed by the people around us. Our achievements will be measured in many ways: financial, academic, or social standing, but true fulfillment is driven by how we've touched the lives around us and the lessons we've learned from our connections with others. Whether it is from large annual events like the Whiteout Pep Rally or seemingly inconsequential smiles or waves in the hallway, they all foster a sense of connection to each other. And even through the pain of getting a CSV from Mr. DeMonico for parking on the faculty side of the lot, I knew I was joining a group with a shared lived experience which brought us closer. But truthfully, what I will remember most about high school is the people who turned this place into a community and how our shared experiences helped me understand the distinction between achievement and fulfillment. At Ranney, we've been given more than an education. We've been given the opportunity to grow as individuals by supporting one another. The encouragement we've received from our teachers will shape the way we uplift others. The kindness we've been shown by our peers will influence the way we treat others with empathy and compassion. So, as we move into the next chapter of our lives, I hope we continue to seek out community wherever we go. We now have the choice to use the skills we've developed to be a part of something larger than ourselves. Academic achievement will continue to be important, but I've learned that success feels empty in isolation. To feel truly fulfilled, we must strive for that success alongside connection and collaboration. I hope we continue learning from one another, supporting one another, and recognizing the value in every person that we meet. But most importantly, I hope that we remember that the impact we will have will not be defined solely by what we accomplish, but rather by the lives we touch along the way. Congratulations, class of 2026! Thank you!
Thank you, Mia. Again, welcome to the commencement of the Ranney School class of 2026. Again, I add a warm welcome to trustees, faculty and staff, parents and other guests, and especially the class of 2026 itself. We're delighted to be here at Monmouth University on this beautiful day. Before I make some remarks to celebrate the class as a whole, I'd like to take a minute to recognize others as well. I'm sure that all the students on the stage today would like to thank their families for all of their love and support. Without that commitment on their part, the graduates wouldn't be crossing this stage today. Seniors, I hope you'll take a moment to make eye contact with your parents and others during the ceremony and to express your gratitude when you see them after the recessional. But there's another important group I want to recognize. The heart of any school, and certainly any independent school like Ranney, is in its faculty. Their dedication to and affection for the students in their charge is the relationship that a Ranney education is founded on. Whether students are lifers or came later, one or more adults, teachers, coaches, and mentors played an important role in their lives. Athletically, artistically, and especially academically, this is an incredibly impressive and historically large group of students. These graduates in the class of 2026 have emerged with many core qualities, and among them certainly is resilience. Standing here today, it's impossible not to reflect on just how much this class has endured. Their middle and upper school years have been anything but typical, marked by a global pandemic, geopolitical shifts, social unrest, AI, international conflicts, the shifting college admissions landscape, and the rapid change in so many facets of our lives. But through it all, this class has shown grit and determination to keep moving forward together. As usual, I've written a poem for the class, cobbling together some of my own thoughts and memories for the class, and including lines by spoken word poets like Amanda Gorman. I hope that our graduates will see it as a testament to their endurance, their resilience, and their ultimate success. The legacy you leave for the graduating class of Ranney 2026. With steadfast voices you speak, graduates, bold and becoming audible. What once felt fixed as obstacles today seem surmountable. Today, in this place, all eyes are on you, seniors, as you rise. There is a poem in a sense of place, a poem in the hardships you faced, and deeper still, in the grit and grace with which you endured the trials and tests of high school days. There's a poem in Adirondack chairs, scattered across the campus green, a poem in cheers that charge the air on whiteout nights, neath soccer lights. There is a poem in Shakespeare speeches, in senior photos on the beaches of Asbury or Spring Lake or Seabright, in flute solos and swelling strings and the crack of bats, the chorus of chants from classmates and companions, poems in beginnings and endings. There are poems in sunsets and senior sunrise, in hellos, embraces, heartfelt goodbyes. There is a poem in trigonometry, in abstruse theorems, capstones, chemistry. There is a poem in history, in literature connecting us with the past, in Bloomberg lessons and charts and graphs, in research, music, and artistry. There is a poem in Maymester and activities, horizons, global studies, athletics, and lifers, entrepreneurship, and forensics. There is a poem in teachers who stood beside you, in coaches and mentors who guided you, a poem in Cole Porter and homecoming dances, Mandarin, French, and Spanish cadences. There is a poem in all you have endured and in what you still have left to conquer. What once felt cursed, you can cure. What seems stained, you can make pure. Where others divide, you can disagree, yet debate with civility and dignity. Not the walls rising between you, but the wide world that's before you. Not conventions that confine you, but the quirks that make you more you. You were the class that learned change not by choice, but through challenge. In middle school, you confronted COVID with courage, silence with speaking, uncertainty with unity. Your upper school journey largely back to normalcy. Your class carved joy out of chaos. Wars, elections, AI, unrest, and still you carried on, tested, when division in the wider world held sway. Indeed, it seemed the order of the day. Somehow you weathered and witnessed times that can feel broken, fragmentary, and diminished. To be human is to be unfinished, a vessel in the forming. Tested by years of patient yearning, as Ranney graduates, you are learning to navigate uncertainty, to be steadied by it, readied by it, to promise yourselves that no matter how the world may weigh upon you now, you'll find a way forward, a way around. You have come not only to cross this stage, but to walk boldly and with courage. Tikkun olam, repair the world, says the sage. Where others rend, you come to mend, withered, you come to weather, torn, you come to tend, not bitter, but better. Be touchstones for one another. When it's time to turn your tassels, with your classmates at your side, as panthers, you are linked, forever tied to a campus on Hope Road. For distance makes the heart grow fonder, burdens you bore have made you stronger. And this much you know, even as you hurt, you hoped, even as you wearied, you worked, even as you tired, you tried. Let this be the legacy you leave, let this be the lyric you live. This day, class of 26, you rise. Congratulations and best of luck to the Ranney School class of 2026. We will miss you. Visit often.
I'd now like to welcome back to the podium Dr. DiGiovanni to present the first award of this afternoon, the Headmaster's Cup.
The Headmaster's Cup is awarded to a senior who exemplifies our ideals to lead, create, and contribute. It honors a student who sets the standard for scholarship while demonstrating an unusual capacity for leadership and social conscience. This year's recipient is a living embodiment of those ideals. Having had the privilege of teaching this student twice, I've seen firsthand how they navigate the world. In the classroom, this student represents the highest standard of scholarship, leaning into challenging coursework with a humility and relentless work ethic. But the student doesn't take curtain calls. The spotlight is for others. They would much rather be found quietly unloading their trunk with supplies for a student council event than standing at this podium. This student leads not by seeking power, but by providing a steady, reliable core for the community. They create solutions to problems we hadn't noticed yet. They contribute in ways that are often invisible, but always essential. At nearly every town hall, there's a certain kind of energy that erupts from a portion of the senior class when this student's name is mentioned. The thing is, if the rest of the school truly understood the depths of this student's impact over their time at Ranney School, that cheer would be a regular standing ovation, and the recipient of this year's Headmaster's Cup would bury their face in their hands every time. I think you're about to see what I mean. It's my great honor to present the 2026 Headmaster's Cup to Sahil Gala.
Please welcome Dr. Noel Delgado to the stage for the presentation of the Female Faculty Prize.
Good afternoon, everyone. The Faculty Prize is bestowed upon a student who demonstrates a deep respect for intellectual values and the love of learning. This year's recipient has demonstrated these traits in numerous ways. To list just a few of their accomplishments, they have been accepted to 4 department honor societies, including the National Honor Society and the Cum Laude Society, while also being recognized as an AP Scholar with honor. They have held leadership positions and participated enthusiastically in several clubs, including Model United Nations, Model Congress, and Mock Trial. They have served honorably on the Ranney School Advisory Council as well as the Judicial Review Board. Faculty members who nominated this student for this prize note that her reputation precedes her and she goes out of her way to seek challenges. She is an excellent reminder of how challenge oneself leads to an accumulation of knowledge and a sense of purpose. She is incredible. On a personal note, I am so very proud to have awarded her the Global Citizen Certificate during the senior convocation, and I worked closely with her as she successfully hosted the first ever Ranney School Middle School Model United Nations Conference on campus. We've had 3 former global citizens graduate from Ranney School who have volunteered or interned with the United Nations after leaving our school. I am so very confident that even if this student does not pursue this path, she will inevitably change the world for the better. I am so proud and honored to announce that the 2026 Faculty Prize go to Maeve Pursuti.
Mr. Mark Fitzsimmons will now present the male faculty prize.
I will say, for the record, I was coached by Mrs. Muchiga to be as vague as possible and leave some mystery about the identity of the recipient of this prize, which is hard because their achievements would very quickly identify them. So I did my best. We'll see how we do. The faculty prize is awarded to a student in the senior class who during their tenure in the upper school has demonstrated a deep respect for intellectual values and a love of learning. I am delighted to present this award today to a student who has demonstrated an insatiable thirst for learning and who has elevated the academic experiences of everyone with whom they interact. The student has been a consistently outstanding participant in each of the classes in which I have seen them, asking excellent, thoughtful, metalinguistic questions that demonstrate a genuine interest in engaging with challenging ideas. Beyond that, this student has sought out scholarly opportunities far beyond what Ranney offers, even presenting their own original research at academic conferences abroad. Apart from preparing for these conferences, this student also asked in their own free time to acquire and practice new languages in order to be able to interact dynamically with peers in the host countries of the conferences that they attended. A true scholar who embodies intellectual curiosity, I cannot think of a more worthy recipient of the faculty prize than Jeremy Lee.
Please welcome Mrs. Christina Daly for the presentation of the Ann Capel Citizenship and Service Award.
It is a true privilege to present an award that speaks to the very heart of our community, celebrating the citizenship, character, and deep dedication that define the Ranney spirit. While I haven't had the pleasure of teaching this student since their freshman year, I have watched from the sidelines with immense pride as they have flourished over the last 4 years. In the classroom, they are widely praised for their tireless work ethic and infectious enthusiasm for learning. But their impact goes far beyond academics. They are a natural role model and became the gold standard as they made their way to senior year. This year, whenever I spoke to our 9th graders about setting goals, working hard, and leading with integrity, this student was always in my mind as a shining example. Their contributions span our entire campus life, from the pool with the swim team to the stage in the performing arts, or leading the way in FBLA. They have served Ranney with unwavering positivity and kindness. They brought passion to the stage each year, once again leading others, step by step in intricate dance routines and tapping their heart out this spring. Beyond volunteering their time and talent, this student takes the initiative to carve new paths for herself and others. This year, she partnered with the RSPA to revitalize our school spirit wear sales, fostering a collaboration that offered fellow business-minded students valuable real-world experience through her COOP initiative. Please join me in congratulating this year's recipient of the Ann Capel Citizenship and Service Award, Ilana Kasner.
And now, Dr. Roxanne Spencer will present the Gershom Tomlinson Humanitarian Award.
The Gershom Tomlinson Humanitarian Award is given to a senior who, in addition to their activities at Ranney School, has contributed with distinction to the betterment of the greater community. Above all, this student has served as an ambassador for our values beyond our campus. Over the past 4 years, this student has been an active leader within our community in the classroom, in town hall, on the athletic field, and through a variety of clubs and activities. Mrs. Muchiga noted that this student has an admirable commitment to broadening their peers' understanding of the world, and is always the first to step in and help when needed. This is someone who doesn't just give a token effort, but instead gives their energy and enthusiasm to everything. What makes this student worthy of recognition today, however, are the contributions made outside of Ranney. As a member of Key Club, an organization dedicated to service and leadership, she was elected as Lieutenant Governor on the New Jersey Key Club board for 2 consecutive years. In that role, she has sought to create service opportunities for high school students statewide. Among the most visible of these are the regular beach cleanups she organizes. Volunteers and beachgoers alike can see the immediate difference after just a few hours of removing bags of trash from our shoreline. In short, she has answered the call to lead and developed the heart to serve. It is my sincere honor to present the Tomlinson Humanitarian Award to Mia Grossman.
And now Mrs. Natalie Gorman will join us to present the Robert Paulus Leadership and Perseverance Award.
The Robert Paulus Leadership and Perseverance Award is given to a senior who has met life's challenges with a positive spirit and good humor and has served as an inspiration to the Ranney community. Over the last 4 years, I have watched this student consistently embody one of the most fundamental steps of leadership that is often overlooked. He shows up with a huge smile, incredible enthusiasm, and a genuine offer to help before he's even been asked. He never waited for an official title to act as a leader, nor for a captain's band to lead his teammates. He didn't wait for a seat on a leadership council to organize events or deepen his involvement across our campus. Instead, he found ways to lead and mentor in every corner of our community, proving to his peers that it is more than okay to try new things and embrace discomfort. This student is the ultimate glue guy, the person who brings people together and makes everyone feel they are part of something truly special. His positivity is incredibly contagious, and he has used his very unique energy and joy to inspire others on the field, in performing arts, and through countless service initiatives. It's my great honor to present the Robert Paulus Leadership and Perseverance Award to Darren Toomey.
Ms. Leslie Patient will now present the Margaret Mann Award.
I used to be jealous of my lower school colleagues at graduation because of the profound sense of pride and joy they must feel. Whoa, I didn't know that was coming. They must feel seeing the journey of a tiny human through to vibrant, critical thinking adult. This is my lucky 13th graduation because I was chosen to give this lifer award to you, someone I have known for almost all those 13 years. I've worked closely with you as a rising second grade future inventor one summer, seeing your wide-eyed curiosity and great resilience, then guided you in 9th grade English through a deeply researched profile and courage essay, and finally coached you senior year through hilarious impromptu speech sessions. I'm not alone in my gratitude for the honor of working with you. In 5th grade, Mrs. Folk said, "You exude a positive attitude in all you encounter." Mr. Daly, teaching you pre-calc in 8th grade, yes, 8th grade, said, "You want to understand for the sake of it." And this year, your AP Bio teacher, Ms. Lasda, spoke of your hard work and dedication. Adulation and gratitude comes from your intense dedication to Ranney Performing Arts as well, where you've been an actor, a singer, and above all, a musician. In 5th grade, Mr. Proper called you a cornerstone of the lower school band. In middle school, Mr. Proper called you a leader. And this year, he said your playing stands out for its clear tone and articulation. Last week, you and I chatted briefly, marveling at the fact that your journey at Ranney is ending. And you said, "I've changed so much." And yes, perhaps you've gotten taller, a lot taller. And perhaps, as you said, you're serious about the right things now. But I know I speak with one voice among all the faculty who have taught you. The curiosity, the love of learning, the diligent work ethic, the joy of problem solving, the loyalty and friendships, the heart full of kindness and empathy, these were all present in your tiny human self. I myself said in the summer of 2015 that you always entered the room with great enthusiasm and maintained your energy throughout the course. If that course were these 13 plus years at Ranney, your enthusiasm for learning and your joy for life is why this award can go to none other than you, Jonathan Michael Stubbs.
Please welcome Miss Rachel Lazda to present the Dr. Lawrence Sykoff Award.
Hello. Pablo Picasso has a famous quote that states, "The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away." I think this is the idea that Dr. Sykoff had in mind by establishing this award to be given to a senior who has made a thoughtful and conscientious commitment to a variety of pursuits, but also made a substantial contribution to the entire community. This year's winner has done just that. She's taken advantage of and immersed herself in all that Ranney has to offer. She has voraciously filled her schedule with multiple AP and honors classes, particularly focusing on STEM with 4 upper-level math and science courses in just her senior year. She has filled the auditorium with music of greats like Horace Silver, Thelonious Monk, and Duke Ellington. She's even extended her talents to the tennis court, representing Ranney with multiple dominating first singles wins. This student has spent her years here exploring and developing her gifts while finding her passion in topics such as healthcare disparity, education and awareness, appropriate uses of AI, medical advancements, and how they can all be related. She has used her passion for the betterment of the broader community by attending conferences, appearing on podcasts, and leading professional development sessions for Ranney faculty. On a more personal level, I've had the privilege to witness this student accomplish all of these things with a humble and graceful force. She takes initiative to support her peers and builds a positive and collaborative environment. She is an impressive young woman who has only just begun to find her meaning and all of her talents that come along with it. I know she will continue to serve the community with these gifts next year at Columbia. It is my pleasure and honor to present this year's Sykoff Award to Annabelle Sperano.
Presenting our final award this afternoon, the Ranney School Leadership Award, will be Ms. Lauren Corwin.
Leadership is not a position or a title. It is an action and an example. Sometimes it is the person working quietly behind the scenes, making sure others feel supported and included. Over the past 4 years, this student has become one of the most impactful leaders in our community through sheer dedication and an incredible work ethic. What I also really liked about working with them is that they genuinely had fun attending school at Ranney. Making a series of graphic t-shirts that said book lover in my screen printing Maymester, to making a series of dance videos with a Lego minifigure to Taylor Swift's You Belong With Me in animation. They lead by example, enjoy their experience, and they buy in. Their leadership in the GSA has helped create a space where peers feel genuinely seen. They approached that responsibility with immense care, helping shape a more inclusive and welcoming culture at Ranney. Their leadership extends far beyond one organization. As a leader in taxi, co-president of Thespian Troupe 630, and a stage manager, this student has consistently taken on the unseen labor that allows programs and productions to thrive. They also led the charge on the yearbook, spending countless hours outside of school perfecting every page to capture our community and memories thoughtfully. As someone who had taught high school for a long time, I am constantly impressed by students who truly know themselves. Choosing to be your authentic self is a radical act, and this student has done that unapologetically while also creating space for others to do the same. It is my honor to present this year's Ranney School Leadership Award to Riley Moini.
Congratulations to all this year's award winners. Please welcome to the podium Mrs. Laura Pongrak, Dean of Academics, to introduce our valedictorian.
Good afternoon. As I reflected on the student I have the privilege of introducing this afternoon, I found myself returning to a quote by Albert Einstein that felt especially fitting. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. At Ranney, we are blessed to be surrounded by exceptional students, young people who are talented, ambitious, and accomplished in countless ways. Yet every so often, a student reminds us that the true purpose of education is not simply achievement, but growth. It is about asking thoughtful questions, embracing challenges, discovering purpose, and developing a genuine love of learning that extends beyond the classroom. This student embodies that spirit completely. One phrase shared in her college recommendation letter described her as being mentally awake, a value she embraced through scouting that perfectly captures the way she moves through the world. Curiosity for her has never been about simply learning the right answer or receiving the highest degree. It has always been about understanding the why behind ideas and how knowledge can be used to make sense of the world around her. Whether mastering advanced mathematics, immersing herself in languages or cultures, independently preparing for the AP exam while studying abroad in Brazil, or even taking on Harvard Summer School linear algebra before senior year. She consistently pursued learning with humility, determination, and intellectual courage. Her teachers describe her as deeply prepared, intellectually curious, and quietly fearless in taking on new challenges. Yet what stands out most is the way she uses her gifts in service of others. As president of Mu Alpha Theta, she expanded peer tutoring opportunities to support students across grade levels. Through her Eagle Scout project, she organized a fundraiser and donation drive supporting a local women's shelter, demonstrating the compassion, empathy, and quiet leadership that define who she is. As educators, there are students who make us proud because of what they achieve. And then there are students who remind us why we chose this profession in the first place. This student is both. it is my distinct honor and privilege to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2026, Sophia Neff.
Good afternoon, faculty, administration, friends, family, and most importantly, the Ranney class of 2026. Before all else, I just want to say thank you. To our parents and family members, there are not enough words to fully describe what you have given us. Rides to school in the morning, late night encouragement, the sacrifices we never saw, the faith you had in us even when we struggled to have it for ourselves. Some students may recall the poem Those Winter Sundays by Robert Hayden, a poignant adult perspective exploring the quietest, seemingly small but incredibly profound expressions of love our parents make. I think many of us are now only beginning to understand just how much love has surrounded us all this time. To parents, guardians, grandparents, extended family, and chosen family, we would not be here without you. If you allow me a brief personal note to my own family in Brazil who are watching live on YouTube. Muito obrigado a vocês pela gentileza, amor e carinho todos esses anos. Situações e oceanos nos separaram, mas agora sinto o amor de vocês em meu coração. Obrigada por tudo, te amo. Now, to each teacher at Ranney, your passion for your subject is unmatched and truly inspiring to see each and every day. One of my personal highlights of Ranney is having earnest conversations with teachers past 4 p.m., even when they could have long been headed home. At Ranney School, it is truly universal how easily a quick question flows into a discussion about literature, ethics, or life. To the administrators, coaches, directors, maintenance staff, kitchen staff, and everyone who helps this school function daily, thank you. Much of what you do happens quietly, but it goes far from unnoticed and matters more than you know. And finally, to the class of 2026. We get the advice all the time, be yourselves, but what does that really mean? What does it mean to truly be genuine? To me, there's no clearer symbol of authenticity than us as we were young children. A little kid will probably explain their hyperfixations on dinosaurs for 20 uninterrupted minutes. They wear mismatched clothes and simply because they like it. They ask strange questions and create things simply because they want to. There is no performance yet. But somewhere along the way, we began trading pieces of ourselves for something external. When I was a kid, art was what got me excited every morning. There was not a single how-to-draw book at my local library that I had not checked out. However, into high school, the pressure of academics caught up to me, especially as an upperclassman, and my weekend-long passion paintings turned into the occasional doodle on the margins of my economics notes. Sorry, Miss Gurley. However, I recently realized that somewhere between becoming accomplished and becoming impressive, I had slowly stopped making things that simply made me feel alive. And I know I'm not alone in that feeling. Let me make clear that the seeking of external validation is not because we are shallow people. It's quite the opposite, actually. We care deeply, we want to succeed, we want to make our families proud, we want certainty in an increasingly uncertain world. At a school like ours that's ambitious, talented, and competitive, it becomes very easy to measure ourselves through external things like grades, accolades, leadership positions, college placement, the list goes on and on. But reconnecting with art the past few months has reminded me that academic success is not the only way to become a fulfilled and nourished person. None of us are finished products at 18 years old. There's still so much left of us to discover. That is why authenticity is imperative. While ambition pushes us to grow, if we build our identity around achievement alone, eventually the question creeps into our heads, what do other people want me to become, instead of, who am I, actually? The best safeguard against this, saving years of dissatisfaction, is a strong sense of self. In a world increasingly driven by performance, outrage, and image, being thoughtful and genuine is its own kind of courage. As we progress into continued education or vocational programs, we are entering the most transformative years of our lives yet. Like all of you, I am also learning to navigate a world and job market different from that of our parents. Our world is changing exponentially, and the obvious response is conformity, as humans naturally want to neutralize any instability to avoid the discomfort arising from not knowing what comes next. But I believe that success does not lie in strict adherence to the status quo. Similarly, authenticity does not exist without discomfort. While it may be easier to trade truth for comfort, would it not be scarier to one day realize that you've been lying to yourself and your soul? We are 3 months away from reinventing ourselves in a completely new environment. This is where authenticity is paramount. Embrace what scares you, talk to someone you wanted to but haven't, know who you are, honor where you came from, and ask the hard questions. Class of 2026, we do not need to have everything else figured out right now. In fact, most adults are still figuring themselves out too. So as you move forward into college, work, military service, gap years, athletics, art, or wherever life takes you, I hope you allow yourselves to become someone real, not just someone impressive. It's been a spectacular 4 years with you all. I wish you all the best, and from the bottom of my heart, I'm rooting for each and every one of you. Thank you so much.
Nice job.
Dr. Griffith, will you please join me at the podium? It is my pleasure to inform you that each of the 103 students in this year's graduating class have successfully completed their course of study in Ranney's upper school and the rigorous graduation requirements established by our Board of Trustees. With the unanimous and confident recommendation of the upper school faculty and administration, I recommend that each of the students in front of you be conferred a diploma from the Ranney School.
On behalf of the administration and Board of Trustees, we accept your recommendation.
Would Dr. DiGiovanni and Mrs. Pongrac please step forward to assist in the presenting of the diplomas? Members of the class of 2026, it is our honor and privilege to begin the process of conferring your diplomas. When your name is called, please come up to the stage, receive your diploma from Dr. Griffith, and accept the congratulations of our board chairman, Mr. Joe Giuliano. It is a tradition at Ranney School that whenever the child of a current member of the Board of Trustees, a past RSPA president, Ranney alumni, or a current or past faculty member, we can offer that individual the opportunity to assist with the conferring of the diploma. This year, joining us on stage for this tradition will be finance faculty member Sarah Bradley, alumnus Nettle Chatter, trustee Neil Gala, alumna Jenna Hedden, history faculty member David Ketchum and former 5th grade faculty member Lori Ketchum, trustee Lisa Malik, past RSPA president Liz Tolchin, and trustee Laura Toomey. Seniors, don't forget to look at the camera and smile. Let us begin. Zara Ahmad. Ava Rose Ansell. Sari Maya Ashenoff. Jovanina Maria Beltra. Will Mrs. Bradley please join us? Catherine Ashmore Bradley. Jonah Luke Brewstein. Gwendolyn Josephine Canzanier. Valentina Carriola. Will Mr. Chatter please join us? Nadia Chatter. Guru Dhananjay Singh Chauhan. George Edward Doranwend. Hope Elizabeth Dorsey. Jack Fallon. Caitlin Fallon. Will Mr. Gala please join us? Sahil Gala. Justin Daniel Gorchian. Luke Thomas Gamelik. Kaylee Letitia Godfrey. Marlena Jordan Gracia. Luke Thomas Hay Greco. Mia Jade Grossman. Anna Louise Christina Haggerty. Sophia Isabella Hare. Will Mrs. Hedden please join us? Lucy Rose Hedden. Selma Hazayan. Ryan M. Hunter. Noah Peter Hines. Alessia Incognito. Jingyi Jin. Jameson Jarofsky. O'Hara Rose Kane Asatli. Gavin Carlin. Kaya Emily Karp. Brendan Jacob Kasner. Ilana Jaden Kasner. Will Mr. and Mrs. Ketchum please join us? Miles Joseph Ketchum. Yasmin Francis Khan. Samson Payne Landers. Jonathan Maxwell Laub. Lauren Allegra Laub. Alexander John Lennon. Julia Rose LeRae. Yucheng Lee. Andrew Luke Laughlin. Edward Federico Magarini. Will Mrs. Malik please join us? William Aubrey Malik. Harris Drew Marcus. Brandon Jack Maroney. Jason Chung Chung Meng. Cameron Fulton Miller. Quinlan Stanley Miller. Joshua Hayden Moyney. Riley Benjamin Moyney. Kira Moore. Haley Ann Mullen. Jake Joseph Nagy. Sophia Marie Neff. Kylie Lane Newton. Haruki Ota. Dylan Thomas Pagonis. Jacqueline Marie Pohl. Joshua Portnoy. Kennedy Poser. Maeve Megan Prezzuti. Lawrence Robert Royce. Jason Sikowski. Sana Sheikh Sakir. Herbani Kaur Sangari. Kathleen Allison Scott. Michael William Sinello. Tian Shi. Sasha Michelle Schinder. Zuyuan Shu. Kira Kathleen Sittig. Gustavo Soriano Tecalero. Annabelle Wynn Sperano. Savannah Stemmerman. Jonathan Michael Stubbs. Shirchwen Swin. Alexander Vasil George Sherameta. John Peter George Sherameta. Mark Pax Talucci. Hao Ming Tam. Rayana Juliet Tarantino. Will Mrs. Tolchin please join us? Eli Matthew Tolchin. Zuri Jui Trika. Frederick Don Tropiano. Thomas Joseph Tropiano. Will Mrs. Toomey please join us? Darren James Toomey. Mark Raphael Vihapen. Xinyu Wong. Lila Whiteneck. Gwyneth Grayson Susan Walschlager. Elizabeth Helen Wood. Tyler Isa Yang. Shinge Yan. Jacob Aaron Zemlinski. Mingyu Zhang. Daniel Jaen Zhong. Yuran Zhong. Anton Zobalov. Daniel Zimmerman Jr. All right, class of 2026. I'd like you, please, class of 2026, to make sure your tassel is on the right side, starting on the right. Now I'd like you to stand, please. Move your tassels from right to left, and face the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you, for the very first time, the graduates of Ranney School's class of 2026. Graduates, take this moment to thank your family and your teachers, advisors, coaches, and mentors who helped you achieve this moment with a round of applause. Everyone, please be seated.
One of our Ranney traditions is to hear some congratulatory words from the chair of the Board of Trustees. It's a pleasure to welcome Joe Giuliano, who joined the board in 2015 and has served the past 3 years as our chair. I'm deeply grateful to his support of Ranney and to his wife as well, Peggy. They are alumni parents, with both Maria and Michael graduating the class of 2023. Please join me in welcoming Joe.
Thank you, Dr. Griffith. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, it is my honor to stand before you today and offer my congratulations to the Ranney School class of 2026. Today is a celebration of your hard work, your growth, and your accomplishments. Yet it is also a celebration of your journey, including the moments that challenged you and built your resilience and the relationships that you formed that helped shape your character. We have watched your class achieve remarkable things. We saw your triumphs on the athletic fields, your creativity in the arts, and your dedication to community service. You did not just navigate the rigorous standards of Ranney School, you elevated them. But just as important are the lasting friendships you have formed with people who share your dedication and unwavering commitment to growth. I encourage you to maintain those friendships as they will serve you long into the future. As trustees, our primary duty is to safeguard the mission of the school. We focus on long-term vision, the buildings, the endowment, our strategic plans. But today, looking at you, we see the real return on that investment. You are the ultimate proof of our purpose. Your experiences rightfully position you as ambassadors for Ranney School, and the board is proud to have you as our representatives. To the families of our graduates, thank you. Years ago, you placed your trust in Ranney School to educate your children. You sacrificed your time, your resources, and energy to ensure your children would learn in an environment that values both intellectual rigor and moral character. You've celebrated their victories and occasionally consoled and encouraged them during moments of doubt. Today is also a celebration of your vision, your sacrifice, and your unwavering partnership. The board stands in deep gratitude to you. And to our dedicated faculty and administration, thank you for your extraordinary efforts. You not only teach, but you mentor, you guide, and you inspire. You've poured your lives into these students, modeling the values that Ranney School stands for. Your commitment to education has shaped the future leaders that stand before us today. Graduates, you're entering a world that needs your creativity, your courage, and your integrity more than ever. So my message to you is this: be bold and lead with your values. Don't fear mistakes. We all make them, but be sure to learn from them. Stay curious and never underestimate the power of kindness. And wherever life takes you, remember that you will always be a part of the Ranney School family. We will be cheering you on today, tomorrow, and in the many chapters of your lives still to come. Congratulations, class of 2026. Go forward with confidence and make a difference. Thank you.
To give our final farewell, please welcome back to the stage the class of 2026 grade level coordinator, Dr. John Schneider.
All right. Class of 2026, congratulations. You have just graduated from high school. The hardest and easiest thing you will ever do in your life. From this moment forward, your goal is to make this day matter less and less, to replace it with bigger dreams, higher goals, better accomplishments, until all that remains of this day is a few hazy memories of caps and gowns, pomps and circumstance, handshakes in the parking lot. Honestly, I hope it doesn't rank anywhere near your top 10 memories, that from here on out, it's just a steady upward climb. As Kierkegaard said, life can only be lived forward, but it must be understood backwards. So when you get a chance between the graduation parties and packing for college, take a moment and slow down. Think about where you've been. Be grateful for the people who have gotten you here. The parents, grandparents, siblings, teachers, and friends who have helped you along the way. Above all, find some joy in having made it this far. There will never be another day quite like this one. You've made it, let the party begin. So for the last time, congratulations, class of 2026.
Thank you so much for attending this year's commencement ceremony. This concludes the ceremony. Graduates, as you recess from the arena, please head directly to the courtyard for the tossing of your caps. Families, we ask that you please remain in your seats until the recessional has passed. Then head up to the main concourse level for refreshments and to watch as we take the photo.